And hello out there in the wonderful world of Twitch. I just realized I have music going in my background. Hi everybody. Welcome to the final show of the marathon. Uh, we have been going here on the channel with sleep breaks, but we have now been doing almost well over 48 hours. So thank you all, and thank you everyone who donated. We've hit over 1,000. But for those of you just tuning in now, so welcome to Rook and Rass Diversity Scholarship Marathon. This weekend we were hosting a marathon in support of the IGDN Diversity Scholarship Fund. It's 3 days, 35 volunteers answered the all call to aid. Now, who exactly is IGDN? It is the Indie Game Developers Network. It is an organization that brings together and supports indie gamers, or indie game creators, not us, them. Um, You'll see them at conventions, the IGDN for Gen Con, Origins. This year they were at Gamehole Con, and they're always bringing fresh new indie games. This year, over 400 games competed in their Indie Groundbreaker Awards, celebrating diversity, innovation, and originality in the field of game creation. And in my opinion, one of its greatest causes is the Diversity Scholarship Fund, whose recipients receive financial help to attend the game industry convention Metatopia, and it provides them a mentor in the industry to help guide them. So today, we have a chance to help this initiative and have some fun. You'll notice on the marquee, which this game is, back over here to my left. And you'll see that there is the GoFundMe address, and then you'll see a listing of donations and opportunities, anything from about $5 to $25 to affect the game. There is a $50 reward, and I have a $100 reward, which I believe one person has purchased. In a previous game, which is your own personal GM, which if you do spend $100 during this marathon as an expenditure, I will, at some point during 2024, run a game for you. What kind of game? Well, that is up to you. Pretty much anything goes as long as it meets our Rook and Rass community guidelines. Well, there are so many games out there that a lot of people are like, I can't find anyone to run this game for me. I'll run it for you. Spend $100, and I will run it for you at some point in 2024. And we'll just have a great time doing it. I do ask, please no fatal. I have said that multiple times. And I say that only because I have had somebody jokingly say that once before. So, other than that, though, we're about to play Fabula Ultima. And I want to turn the table over to our GM for this adventure, Anthony.
Alrighty, so everybody can hear me?
Yep.
Excellent. All right. So, for those who do not know, Fabula Ultima is very much inspired by Final Fantasy, and in light of the game, we're going to jump right into one of the best parts. You're going to throw down and see what happens. Our band of intrepid heroes is trying to keep the kingdom of Smorgasborg. Yes, the puns are beginning. Trying to keep the kingdom from whatever is their dastardly goal. They've been collecting ancient technology, even darker magics, and if the rumors are true, they are working on unearthing a super weapon that could literally change the face of the world as we all know it. And if it's active, no one can stand in its way. Thankfully, our merry band of misfits have found their way through a collection of ancient tunnels, which have led them through the lower parts of the keep as it changed from old stone to a collection of cogs, gears, and of course our Magitech guards. So, we have 4 players here. I am going to start off by asking the group to make an initiative roll. So, I'm going to just add the extra note for those who are chiming or listening in. None of us have played this game before. This is
Woo!
new territory for everybody, myself included. I've had the book for a while. I absolutely love it. I haven't had a group to play. So, we're all going to be learning. We'll be making lots of mistakes. and we're going to have fun while doing it. So, that all said, in this game, initiative is handled by a group role. One of you is going to be taking the role as leader. So, who would like to take the role as leader for initiative role?
I think we know who said they wanted it. Yep.
Okay. So, everybody is going to be making an initiative roll, which is going to be, as I've already forgotten, because...
Dex plus ints.
Thank you. So, your dexterity die plus your insight die. Grab those.
Great. Got it.
And for... everybody will be rolling them. Leader would be the last one to give me a result, because everybody who can clear a 10 before the leader adds a bonus to the roll. So, you roll your dice, you add them up. So, Kaylee, what in the world?
That was a laggy outburst.
I'll pull up.
Oh.
I may be annoying. Who knows?
Just had a lag there a moment.
You just had some lag spikes. So all we heard was random outbursts of sound.
Yeah, same.
You know, that works. That works.
Barbarian.
It's our battle cry.
Spoon? I mean...
More like a... than a battle cry, but that's fine.
14,
All right.
Anthony.
All right, so 14 is definitely clearing a 10, so there's going to be a bonus right there. John, what'd you get?
Only 9.
Oof.
Ooh. Get in the back row, whatever John's character's name is.
I'm
Oh,
hot.
no,
Better than me. I rolled 8.
Ouch. All right, well,
you can
looks
get
like we'll be
behind
throwing
John.
Hans real soon.
I plan on it.
Ayo. All right, and what do we have? Then our leader of the initiative roll is going to be Graham.
You bet.
All right, Graham.
Gil
what was?
Sprankle is ready to go. So I get a +1 to my roll here.
Yep.
Heck yeah! So that's a 12 total. I have an 11 plus the one good PC that gave me a +1. Thank you. You're now the good PC. And that's a 12 total. Gil Sprankle will remember this.
Is your name Gil Sprankle or Gil Sprankle? You're just saying it like Bond James
Well,
Bond.
Gil is like both a title, and Sprankle is both like a family name. So it's Gil Sprankle a little bit, but let's not get into it.
Fair.
So we will get into that in a little bit.
Great.
Because let's go ahead and do the traditional Final Fantasy. You get thrown into a fight and do your standard tutorial before the actual who in the world is everybody. So we got
That's
question
great.
marks over everybody's name, or everybody's name blocks is now just a block of question marks with the exception of Gil, because Gil made the announcement. So, you have 2 different Magitech guards standing in front of you. Magitech guards in this case are humanoids. They stand just a little taller than whoever the tallest of you is, which I'm guessing is going to be Hans. Am I right, John?
You're probably not me. I'm little.
Oh yeah. I will take that title.
Okay. So, John, they are taller than you. By at least about a head, and a weird combination of both flesh and metal. And thankfully, they're only armed with spears. So, little sharp, pointy sticks with metal on the end, because pointing. All right, now that said, with the way initiative is handled in this game, you've already confirmed that the party has won, because you have a 12. You need to beat a 6. So, congratulations.
Oh. I can't math. It's the weekend. And I don't have to do that.
No, you're fine. I mean, who wants to do math? That's what the math rocks are for, right?
Mathematicians, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, thankfully no one here is a mathematician or a math magician.
Oh no, basic addition. We're screwed.
I mean, it is the first edition of the game, but I'm bumped. Anyway, all right, so.
Oh, great. Now you find the big bad at the end. It's multiplication.
Yay.
And secondary form is...
First.
I don't know. I think the secondary form might be PEMDAS, but...
There we go.
I used MS-DOS.
All right, initiative. Party members get to have one member act first, and then the enemy acts, and then it bounces back to the party. So it literally goes in an exchange just to give that sense of balance, and then you hope that things go well. So I'm guessing that Gil would like to go first because you did kind of
Yeah.
claim the initiative role. I figure you might want to be acting first.
Why not? It's
Just,
all for the name of the tutorial.
Yeah. Plus,
Gil
I think you
Sprankle
just
is ready for the community.
Plus, let's face it. I know you've been itching to rock somebody.
I'm gonna rock on their head. So yeah, they're huge. They're made of metal. I'm a small, six-armed, purple, spiky goblin thing. I'm gonna scream about how they will suffer my wrath, and the moment they stop taking me seriously, I'm gonna wallop them in the ear with a rock in my hand.
All right. So your rock should have 2 stats associated with it.
It sure
Should be a
does.
stat plus stat.
Okay, yeah, I roll them and then add them together.
Yep. You roll them,
That's
add them
10.
together, plus any mods that it tells you.
Ooh, well, HR plus 6 physical. Is that damage or is that?
That is damage, yes, but we're not at that point
Right.
yet. You got to make sure you're hitting
Yep,
first.
that's what I figured. So 5
Yeah.
and a 5. The might and might. That's a 10 total.
That is a 10, and 10 will connect. So your high roll, what was the highest I mean, they're both 5, right?
That's 5.
All right, so it's 5 plus whatever your total was there.
Oh, HR's highest roll. Cool. Yeah, so
Yep.
that's 11, I guess.
Alrighty.
Of ear
So
damage.
one of them got cracked in the side of the head instead of an ear, and now has a nice dent in the metal.
I
maybe
cackle
wrong.
and tell them that their next ear will be the first level of my kingdom.
All right, and with that, after you club it in the air and you jump back to the party lineup
Oh,
and
right, of
continue your
course.
little bounce,
Yeah.
the one that you had clubbed in the ear is making its move of, leaping in front of you, and I get to make a roll. Let's see. Be helpful if I can actually do this right.
They're dice. You
And
roll
roll.
them and add them to.
Well, it would be helpful if I actually had real dice instead of digital dice right now, because, the joys
Oh,
of...
no, you
things
said the
in
quiet
boxes.
part out loud.
Yeah, well.
It's another crit, guys. This is crazy.
No. In this case, now your defense on your character sheet. What is the defense currently sitting at?
Who are you talking
Should
to?
be on
Me?
the first. Yes, because you're the one getting potentially stabbed.
Okay. Defense. What quadrant of the sheet am I
So it
looking
should
at?
be on the
for defense?
first page, right-hand side, just above your weapons.
Next experience points,
Defense.
like
Got it.
defense.
11.
Yep.
My defense is 11.
Okay. And the good news is that's a swing and a miss. Probably bounced off one of the rocks you have in one of your many arms.
You suck.
It does not compute. All right.
So
who would...
do we just decide as a group who gets to go? How does that work?
Yep. You decide as a group who's taking the next action.
Got an idea.
Yeah,
Go for it.
How many enemies are we fighting?
Just 2.
Close.
Okay.
I wanted to give you all a chance to get a taste for how these dice are rolled.
Okay. I'm gonna turn toward the one that has not been attacked yet. I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out a little disc. And spending 10 MP, is this a soldier rank construct?
Yes, this is a soldier ranked construct.
Sick. I'm gonna spend 10 NP to use Magitech Override.
Sick.
Okay.
So I perform an opposed insight roll against a soldier type construct I can see. If I succeed, I gain control of it till the end of the scene. It will be free at the end of the scene if I control another construct or if harmed by me or one of my allies.
Okay. So go ahead and give me your insight plus insight roll.
That's going to be 14.
And I have a 15. There's some activity on your there's some activity on your disc. You see a bit of a cyber cloud appear over one of their heads, and it just kind of does this, etch-a-sketch head shake.
Oh, the way that I pictured it was I would toss the disc at its head, it would attach, and then that's what takes it over.
That's fair, but since it's a miss, I'd rather have some sort of visual effect saying, "Hey, look, you missed."
Obviously, it's a
You
disc
fool!
read error.
You're supposed to throw rocks, like we discussed.
Don't have any. You took all the rocks.
Aha! I did.
And with that, what is our Tinkerer's defense?
Steven?
Yes.
Your defense?
Yeah.
Defense is 9.
Okay, and I am not hitting I'm not hitting that with a 7. And now that the two that I have done their actions, that goes to the last two people of the party that have not acted.
Interesting.
Who'd like to go first?
After you.
So we don't continue weaving. Everyone goes once and.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, once whoever side has the numerical advantage, once you're done weaving, it's
Sure.
just an overload of whoever has the superior numbers.
You bet. You bet.
Oh yeah. Let's take this guy out, and I rush him,
All right.
and I'm gonna pick him up, and I'm gonna suplex this little man.
So, John, what you need to do is hold your belt with one hand. That's really going to help you do the voice. There you go. There you go. Like
I don't
we can't
have any
see it, but you
voice
can.
left.
No, but when you hold the belt, you can't not do it.
Oh yeah.
Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh yeah.
No. We can't go ahead and break out brands. It's a Thin Johnny, right?
Yes,
Whoa.
absolutely.
If you say so.
Twitch VOS. We're done. Anyway. Thanks, everybody.
You're gonna
It
go
was
up
a good
to him,
combat.
yeah. And you're gonna grab him, yeah. And you're gonna put him over your shoulder, yeah.
Grab the belt. Grab the belt.
So, with the goal of our wonderful suplex here, my first important question is, which one are you grabbing? The one with the dented ear or the other one?
The invincible one.
The one that
It's unstoppable.
yeah, the one that hasn't been hurt yet.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. So go ahead and give me your attack roll there.
Right.
Count it as the weapon that you have equipped, just because it is going to be the same as your unarmed anyway.
All right. And
Just
H.
make life very easy. And you're going to need to meet or beat a 10.
Combining the two numbers,
Yes.
13.
That is definitely going to be a hit. Oh, that's the other part I forgot about. We'll move that one forward, actually, in a second.
Well, there's more.
Yes, there's actually a thing I forgot with that whole double fives thing that was rolled a moment
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
Exciting.
Yes, because I forgot how I forgot that that's how crits are handled in this game.
Yes.
So we'll
Suplex.
retroactively act on that one in a second, because status.
Yeah,
effects
yeah.
are a
Like
thing.
let everybody go, and then I want it like a
Yeah.
That don't-
samurai movie where the rock hit finally like does, and I'm like, haha, you thought it was a rock.
So it's me.
I'd love Kaylee to go.
All right. Anyway, so you said it was a 13
12.
or 12, and it wasn't a pair of sixes, right?
Nope. It was a 7 and a 5.
Okay. Okay. So in that case, 7 is your high roll, so it's 7 plus whatever your.
Yep. 6 physical damage.
So 7 plus 6.
7 plus 6.
All right, so that is going to be 13. Alrighty, so that definitely puts some nice sized dents into it and the rocks you've slammed it into. All right, now, Kaylee, what do you got
Oh.
for us?
So May was standing behind Hans, like completely eclipsed by his form, and when he moves, you see this small human woman, 5'3", in a sage-colored robe, who's just kind of cowering, like not in the face pose. And when she hears the crash of the suplex, she looks up and sees that one looking like it's pretty badly hurt, but the other one kind of swinging at Gil. And she looks over her shoulder and it's like, throw it at that one. And out of nowhere, this book, this giant like tome, it's got to be half her size, appears out of midair and flies towards the other automaton and whiffs right by him unless a 5 can hit him.
A 5 will not hit him.
Ah! Again, not a rock!
I don't have any rocks. You took all the rocks. We went over this.
I flash my like forearms and they're all just like packed full of rocks.
Yeah, that's right. Next time you should try your guns. Yeah.
Yes, I believe what you said, verbatim, was, "I am the Rock King, give me the rocks."
Can't argue with that.
All right.
Anyone looking closely sees the book kind of fly around and then just vanish up into the sky, and May just kind of resumes the Morgan, for anybody who gets that joke.
So when it actually goes into the sky, does it disappear just in a little star sparkle?
Yep.
Excellent. All right, so want to go ahead and retroactively activate that that crit that we had.
Yes.
Wait, hang on.
John gets to
okay.
put an opportunity on him.
Nope, actually that was the other part I forgot. No, John has a really cool ability that a pair of 5s would do the job.
Ooh.
Everyone else needs a 6 or higher and duplicate.
Oh.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry, I
Great.
was mixing up John's
No,
ability.
we're learning.
Okay.
I'm pleased you
Yeah.
said all of that.
Yeah, no, like it. So essentially, if you roll your 2 dice and they match, as long as they are 6 and higher matching,
You got
you
it.
get a critical effect. John, on the
Cool.
other hand, he could have a pair of 5s, and as long as that's a success, cool things happen.
What does Hans
So-
do to this thing?
Well, Hans didn't roll the doubles, so
Oh.
yeah, no,
I did.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gil rolled a pair of
5 and
doubles,
5.
and I mixed
Yeah.
things up.
It's all
That would
good.
explain why I'm confused.
So am I.
Today. I mean, in general, it's a different thing.
I mean, aren't we all confused?
Who are you?
Who am I?
Deep question.
Well-
Maybe we should get on with the game.
Yeah, we probably should, because while I might not know who I am, I do know whose turn it is. Hey, Gil, you want to take it from the top?
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna
Oh, yeah,
make
Hans'
this.
line, not yours.
I'm gonna even this guy out. So we're gonna wrap around his head, and we're gonna take 2 rocks in my forearms. We're gonna smash in, so he's nice and symmetrical. I'm gonna do the same thing, rock in the side of the head.
All right, rock him.
11 rocks him.
11 will rock him.
Great.
So go ahead.
So this time my highest number is an 8, which is sweet. So I do 14 ear damage to him.
So that's definitely a sock'em on that robot.
Yes.
And that puts it, yeah, actually, that's going to put it in crisis. So, crisis mode is when you hit half your hit points, you are in crisis. Usually cool things happen or bad things happen. In this case, after you crack this thing on the other side of its head, you see that the helmet kind of pops open a little bit, and you have this glowing gem of a core just radiating from its forehead.
Oh hell yeah! I rip it out.
You don't want to rip it out yet.
I rip it out.
You've already taken your turn.
I know.
You gotta go get a ladder first.
That too.
I sort of roleplayed that I was like swirling around him and smashing him in the head of the rock, but it's really just for flavor of like, we
Yeah.
cut to the light in my eyes and the avarice grows as I'm like, I'm gonna rip this thing out of this guy's head.
Shiny rock.
And then we're gonna go ahead and give him a roll to see if he'll stab you in retaliation because that was a jerk move. Wow. I think the random die roll just does not, or the random number generator does not like me.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Although, granted, before we all started, there was quite a few jokes about that. So once again, the guard tries to get up in Gil's grill, makes the attempt at the stab, and you just see the word "miss" pop up over Gil's head. Who would like to take the next action?
I've got what I have in mind already.
All right.
People don't mind. And I'll say mind one more time.
Mine.
All right. I'm gonna spend 3 inventory points.
Okay.
Reach into my bag and pull out what looks to be just like a small square with like a button on it. I'm gonna fix it to my hand, press the button, and a cool big arm gun forms around my hand. And for the damage type, I'm gonna choose physical.
Okay.
And my character is going to say, "Aha! It's as they say in all the old books. Aim for the glowy bit." And I'm going to fire my magic cannon at the glowing gem in the Crisis Construct's head.
Okay,
That
give me a
is
moment.
going to be...
Well, give me just a second.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to remember now. That was the inventory action you had to take in order to activate that ability, correct?
Yes.
Is that what's written on your sheet?
Yeah, perform inventory action.
Okay. So inventory action, if I remember correctly, is your action.
Okay. I have it, and I'm
Yes.
charging it up. It's humming.
Yep. That's yes.
Is it
So
the sound
you-
like the wave motion gun charging on Star Blazers?
I don't know that reference, so it sounds like the charging gun from Mega Man X.
Sick.
So that nice higher pitch tone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, let's see here. We have. All right. Well, it looks like your charging is drawing some unwanted attention. And what was your defense again?
9.
Okay, that will be a hit. And you will be taking... Okay, this is going to hurt. That's going to be 16 damage.
Okay.
Oh, that was a big rock.
That thing jumped in your face with a lunge of its spear arm, and that was a beefy hit. Not as beefy as the first suplex, but... Which, speaking
leaves
of,
me-
John and Kaylee, one of you gets to take next action.
That leaves me at 19 hit points.
Go ahead, John. I have to find my mouse. Gil just scared it off my desk.
I point at him and I'm just like, that's a bad move. And I reach behind my back with 2 hands. And, not visible to the audience, but all of a sudden pulled out of the edge of my briefs on my back, I pull forth a steel chair.
What is Hans with a steel chair? A steel chair!
And I am going to hit that one with the, or actually, yeah, is the one that's in Crisis the one that just did all that damage?
No.
Oh,
Nope, it was the one you suplexed just did all that damage.
then that's the one I am going to be hurting.
Alrighty.
All right, let's see how we do. I'm taking a picture of this. I got two
Uh-oh.
10s.
Oh, whew.
Dang.
All right. I will take your word for it because, yeah, we're doing this as a charity stream. I'm assuming everybody's being honest with their rolls.
Ish.
This has been a
I mean,
crazy charity stream with the amount of crits and other things that have been rolled this. Yeah.
That is awesome. All right, so you have a pair of 10s. So 1, that is going to be a success. 2, that's going to be a crit. And 3, that's a sizable amount of damage, if I remember correctly. Because
Yeah.
it's high roll plus what?
Well, it's a high roll plus 6. So
Okay.
16
So
points damage.
That is another 16 points damage. So that is... That brings us down to... All right, that also puts that one in crisis.
All right.
And so we have 2 of these things in crisis. Now, because you have scored a crit, you have options available to you.
Okay.
So, whenever you roll a crit in this game, let's see, you get the effects of an opportunity. Your opportunities consist of advantages. The next check performed by you or an ally gets a +4 bonus. Affliction, the creature suffers dazed, shaken, slow, or weak. Those reduce your die sizes for those of us playing the home game. You can create bonds, which creates an emotional attachment to things that you can then use your Fabula points for. Faux pas is not going to help you because this isn't a social scene. Neither will favor. Information, you spot a useful clue or detail. Let's see, there's lost item. Progress is for the clocks, which you don't need. No point of this one, but something you might want to keep in mind is called plot twist. Someone or something of your choice suddenly appears on the scene.
Ooh, a run in? Do it.
So if you ever need it later, that's another one. There's also the abilities of scan, so you learn a vulnerability or a trait of a creature, or you can unmask to learn the goals and motivations of a creature of your choice.
Yeah, I'm
Which I
not worried
believe
about
all
these
of them are on
guys.
your cheat sheet. What was
Yeah,
that?
I'm not worried about these guys. Motivations.
Yeah.
So, dang, the appear on the scene is pretty awesome, but I really, I don't know if that would be good in this case, or is it of my choosing or of your choosing?
It is your choosing, someone or something of your choice. I would recommend holding on to that one until we're done with the tutorial fight, because it'll be much more entertaining that way.
Okay. I'm cool with that, and I would actually say let's go for that. It was like a +4 to my ally.
That's advantage. You are setting up something for your next ally's roll.
There we go. Let's go for that one.
Okay, and that brings us to Kaylee.
Okay, so on the next allies roll thing, a question like that. If I don't roll, does that mean that it goes to the next person? Okay. After seeing our poor rockless friend take a bit of damage, May like startles, and there's like a small squeak of alarm at the just the massive bruising that happens, and she closes her eyes and clasps her hands under her chin, and with a murmured prayer, you see like gold energy swirl around him, and suddenly you feel a lot better. Gain 40 hit points, up to your max, obviously. I'm gonna spend my 10 magic points for that.
And then there's a little, speech bubble. It's like, fine, I will.
Thank you. I mean, you missed with the
Dude.
book, but that was really good.
I do
Alright,
a little.
back to
I
the
do a
others.
little twirl.
Yeah, because it lifts you off the ground too, and like slowly revolves you in the air before it puts you down. And we're back to Gilgil.
Fully restored, but you're still hungry.
Oh,
Haha.
So it could be Gil, could be somebody else in the group if Gil doesn't want to take the lead again.
I'll let who wants the first crack? I'll pass it off to somebody.
I want to shoot my cool gun. Did I
Go
go
for
there?
it. Yeah, go
Can
for
I
it.
shoot? Can I
Go
shoot
ahead.
my? Okay, I shoot my cool gun.
You've been cooking this one.
All right, I'm gonna aim at the one that I was aiming at the one that was in crisis first, but now the other one hit me, and he's in crisis, so I'm gonna shoot for
Yep,
his
they are.
glowy bit.
They are both in crisis.
I aim my cannon at him, and I blast. I just started blasting. Let's see, that's gonna be Dex and Insight.
Yep.
I need a D10 and a D8.
And of course, the rather epic pose of bracing for impact, right?
Yep. Brace it. I got my arm. And it's gonna go. That is 9 plus 1 is 10.
Okay. 10 is going to hit.
All right,
And
that's
what's
gonna
your high roll?
be 6. So that's gonna be 16 damage.
That is a sizable amount of damage, that's for sure.
Yeah. So because my gun is doing physical damage, what looks to be light in the shape of a giant fist fires from the gun and punches it right in that glowing weak spot.
You see that it's crackling with some lightning as it goes ahead and makes that stab at you again. Let's see, will an 11 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, that is going to be... Oh, it'd be helpful if I'm actually not looking at your hamster there.
Might help.
Actually, no, the hamster does more damage. You don't want me looking at your hamster stats for this guy. All right, that's going to be another 12 you're getting hit by. And that was actually lightning damage.
No, did I put my calculator away? Dang it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Do I have any vulnerabilities or anything anywhere listed? Doesn't
Not
look
at
like
the
it.
moment.
Doesn't look like that would make a huge difference. So, all right.
But still worth noting that this thing in crisis is now dealing lightning damage.
And I have 23 hit points.
Okay, who would like to take the next action?
Go for it, May.
Okay, you got hit again, but doesn't seem to be that bad. So, in the hopes that this works this time, it's like, the one that just hit him, please? I really would appreciate it. And the book flies out again from absolutely nowhere.
From
12?
Hammerspace.
Yeah,
12
book
will
space.
hit.
And this time it connects. The spine of the book just like smacks right into it, and that's 14 damage.
Okay. And that actually takes it out.
Yeah, you
So-
hear the spine
Yay.
hit it with a crack, and then the book kind of like floats around with some birds that appear above its head, and then just vanishes with that same little tee before.
And the gem on its head just explodes into a bunch of fragmented pieces, and it just collapsed to the ground, kind of like a rag doll. And that said, quick question for you, Kaylee. When you rolled that, was that a pair of sixes?
No, it was an 8 and a
Okay.
4.
Okay. Sorry, like I said, legitimate question, because that could have been 2 sixes. That could have
Nope.
led to something fun.
No.
All right, and that leaves us with the other one, who's going to be taking a swing at Gil again, because it's still kind of salty about both of its ears getting dented.
As you do.
I mean, I'd be pretty ticked if somebody went ahead and dented both of my ears. But apparently, smashing its ears in really throws off its balance, because that was a 6. you're really tiny, and all those arms just flailing around just can't seem to stab you. The rocks around you are
Right.
getting plenty of stabs, though.
So what I'm going to do in response is I'm going to jump up and shove one of the rocks into its mouth and then smash it in the bottom of its chin with another rock. Does a 10 hit?
10 will hit.
Okay. So that's 6 plus 6, 12. 12 tracheal damage.
All right, it's looking pretty bad. It's still standing somehow, but not so well.
Now it can break up all the food in its gizzard.
Or at least what's left of it. The gizzard, anyway. And I believe John is the only one who still has not acted.
All right, so one left standing. And so we're going to, I'm like, I see him just rushing up, setting the chair on the ground, like kind of, sitting up and then just jumping up, grabbing the creature's head and trying to pull it down onto the chair.
Does the chair like stand straight up and down without unfolding it?
Why not?
Why not? I'm sure there's a couple spots in between the cobblestone ground that you can do that with.
I think it does it magically, my friend.
Well, either way, I rolled a 7.
Ooh. That's not going to get you very far.
Yeah.
Chair fell over.
Chair fell over.
Darn it.
Yeah, you grabbed, you pulled, and you realized the chair wasn't there anymore. Which brings us back to the top. So who would like to go from there, or do we want to let Hans try to redeem himself right off the bat?
Go for it,
That's
Hans.
exactly what. That's
do
exactly what I root for. Yes.
All right.
How are you turning this one around?
Ooh, that was a feint.
Hit him with the stunner.
It looks like I run away, but instead I run over, and we're not in a ring, there's no ropes, but there is a short fence with little, and I go up 2 steps on that fence, and I jump off, and it's the
Yes.
the elbow coming down on them.
Roll it.
The elbow fall.
Well, I rolled I don't know. Tell me if this does anything in the game. I rolled a 0 and a 1, so technically a 10 and a 1. So that's
that is
11
that is
total.
an 11.
You got a
That is-
binary, which means
Which means the computer's going to start talking to me soon.
It's a and it's a prime number, and it's a Sunday.
Now, that said, the only time you have to worry about ones is if both of your dice come up as a 1. That is when you fumble and things go terribly, terribly wrong.
Okay.
But no, an 11's going to hit, and you don't have to worry about that. So what was your high roll?
High roll is that 10, so 10 plus 6 for physical damage.
Okay. And I'm going to assume that your elbow just cracked right into that open gem,
Yes.
which it then, as you drive it into the ground, it also just explodes in a bunch of fragments. And it just ragdolls on the ground. You have won.
I pose for no one.
We notice.
Not even yourself?
No one.
No. That's rude. All right. So now that we've gotten the initial combat out of the way to give you all a taste of the dice rolls, so far so good. No questions before we continue on with the actual game plot shenanigans themselves.
No, but I will say that we have a $20 donation in chat from Stevie for $5, a reroll for each player.
Thank you, Stevie.
Thank you.
All right, so if all of you would go ahead and keep that banked, I'm assuming that's how that one works there, John?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at any time, that would be just like the in-game rule of spending one of your Fabula points to cause a reroll. So system's already in place. We're good. Now, that said, since we are handling this like most typical video games, since the tutorial is finished, all of you go back up to full HP and MP, as well as refill your inventory points. Because I want to make sure that you all got a feel for the basics before you actually start getting hurt. You know,
Thanks.
typical video game.
Yeah, makes sense.
Cool.
Because
Combat
after
simulation has finished.
Yes. So after the 2 guards have fallen, you start to realize where exactly you've come out of the tunnels. You are officially in Smorgasburg. Definitely tell because you're not dealing with standard stonework anymore. There tends to be more cogs and pipes and other bits of metal instead of just stone. And if this was any other castle, you would assume that this was a dungeon of some sort. There are multiple cells with rather complex looking locks, but the cells are all empty. All the doors are open, the cells are empty, and at this moment, as you get your bearings, the ground begins to shake.
Ah, there must
Or
be something
rather-
in these cells.
I don't see anything. Are they invisible prisoners? Do we need to like throw flour on them or something?
This is rarely a sign of good fortune.
Yeah.
Here, I hand a rock to
I
each
was waiting
person.
for that.
May promptly drops it on her foot. Ow!
Drops what?
Good start. Good start.
Why would you throw a rock at me?
Quickly, everyone, heal your hit points and MP.
I crack the rock open and drink the juices.
Yes, grow strong.
Oh, it's a rock of healing. And May like rings the rock out, and like she gets a blue glow as her magic points refill.
Oh, God. Oh, I love video game logic. So, a moment later, you realize it's not the ground that's been shaking. It's the entire castle itself.
Oh.
No, you're not making the earth move there, Hans. I mean, John.
I just figured I was shaking from all the excitement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much power. Oh, yeah.
No, the castle continues to shake, and you feel this, this sinking feeling in your stomach as the shaking continues, and some of the rocks of the walls begin to fall and show that outside isn't ground level anymore. You see, through some of those openings and some of the former windows that have now grown in size, you're hanging above the air.
Guys, we're flying. We're flying.
Yes, our plan has worked perfectly.
Ooh.
Ooh. Justice dropped the $50 WTF item for the GM. They say use it at a fun time of your choosing.
Oh, okay then.
Oh boy.
So, although I have to ask though, with the WTF, oh, okay. All right, because I have 2 options. When you say WTF, because did you actually use the terms that I had, or did you put your own in there?
Well, I just overall, I mean, I've been using. I had that simple write-up that the audience sees, and then you actually you fit it however you want.
Okay.
Within the within your confines. So.
Okay. I will save that because I do have I have a good one for that one already. So I'm going to make that note. Who was that again?
Well, that was from Jess.
Jess, thank you for adding to the chaos of this.
Which Jess though?
If I had to guess,
because we have Jess is awesome, or Jess is pretty awesome, and Jess
That's
is
B
awful.
actually.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't keep up with you kids and your rock music these days. See? I got you back.
I mean, are we just gonna keep rolling?
Hope so.
Otherwise, some moss will come by.
Oh. Just remember, you can't always get what you want.
But if you try sometimes, you just might
You
find.
just might find.
Wow.
As a man of wealth and taste, I ask we continue.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, you now find yourselves inside of the dungeon of Smorgasbord that is now in the air. You're getting a nice view of the ground far below you from the windows that are here in the dungeon.
I can see
There
my
are
house
stairs
from
leading
here.
out.
Oh, it certainly looks like we won't be leaving the way we came. I suggest we move forward from here. I do not like this room.
Strangely.
Well, we've got that door over there we can go through.
Yeah. Is there a door over there?
Yes, there is a door. There are stairs. And now here's where the fun begins. First, every one of you on your character sheet has a specific person that is, someone you're not a big fan of that is going to be tied to this.
Hmm.
You should be able to
Mhm.
very
See.
quickly piece together on your bonds
Yes.
who it is you really don't like. And
Yep.
I
Guys,
think
a
I have
real-
shared those with you
You guys are
over
real
the course
MF.
of our... Yes.
Who's
you now have-
librarian NPC? Is that somebody I'm going to encounter later?
I mean, you're already dealing with me. I mean,
Okay, that
Alright.
makes sense.
So every NPC hates you, is what it is.
Yeah, I'm seeing a pattern here on the sheets.
Hmm.
So which, are you just taking a stab at me here, or are you actually sincerely,
Correct.
like,
Yes, correct. With
Okay.
a rock.
No, I just wanted to make sure there wasn't something screwy on your sheet that I'm just like,
It's
crap.
fair. It's totally fair.
Because technology's great when it works. And, once magic is involved, it just goes haywire. Alright, now that said, each of you has somebody that you don't really like that's going to be able to appear in this adventure. So you can pick to go after that particular person if you so choose. Or you can name another spot in the castle that you would love to go to for whatever personal reasons you may have. It could be tied to your target, it could be tied to something entirely different. You could throw me for an absolute loop and say that, hey, we're heading to this random location, and I gotta make something up on the fly. That's what we're good for. So, that leaves it to all of you about where you want to go, and I think now might be a good time to actually introduce the party.
All right.
Since tutorial is done and we've literally jumped the shark.
So
I don't think there was any shark.
Guys, look, there's a shark down there.
Take one step toward the window to see and find myself in combat again.
Not that shark.
well,
Hello.
I imagine for Hans, after this combat and this people's elbow that he gave, stands up and dusts off his hands, and yes, that's all of me, and then looks around and imagine, if you will, an even more buff Zangief from from Street Fighter 2. So big Russian guy, a little bit hairy, muscular, and wearing briefs. Of which he then takes the chair and slides it back behind his back, and the seat, the backrest of it sticks just a little bit into his briefs. And so, yeah, I am the legendary wrestler of the group.
Okay. Next.
So, as I kind of mentioned earlier, May is just this short little woman, black hair, kind of pulled up in a bun with a pencil stuck through it. Uh, Thick glasses, like you can't even see her eyes when she's got her glasses up. And right now, as the camera looks at her, there's also somebody standing behind her. It's this angelic figure with kind of an impatient look on her face, and stands about a foot taller than the small cleric, and she's sitting there tapping her foot. And May looks over. It's like, what? And the other woman hands May a piece of paper. It's like, Clark sent another late fee? Ugh. Okay, all right. Guys, we have to go to the library. We have to go to the library. I have to end this.
And burn all the books.
We are not burning the books. There will be no book burning.
Yeah.
Shame.
Which now I think the camera's going to be pointing at Gil. Gil, what are you giving us?
Yeah, Gil Sprangle, also known as Gil Sprangle. Gil is like a title, an honorific, and Sprangle is like a family name, like Fletcher or Smith or something. And he's like 2.5 feet tall. He's purple. He's kind of spiky in certain points, and he has 4 arms. A little bit goblin-y. And he's got a combat tunic, which is really just an apron full of rocks. He's got his own thing going on.
And then
and Mega Man, and I kick it to Mega Man.
Yep. So I went with the the Final Fantasy naming convention of naming your character after weather. So my name is Rain. I'm a
Roman
human.
Reigns.
I'm a human from a small town, and my hair is spiky, so I was always destined for greatness. And I have 2 pouches on my side. One of them with a pull string, which is where I pulled out the various items that I used during combat, and one of them with a little toggle, and it's currently not toggled close. And a little head peeks out. A little hamster pops out of it and gives a little wave to the camera. And that's Hammond the hamster.
Ooh! Oh, sorry, that scared me.
And he's anime logic, like video game logic kind of hamster, so he's smart enough to be able to like do stuff and assess situations and act accordingly. But he's still a hamster, and he's so dang cute.
I mean, of course, it's a hamster.
Little hamster, big
All right,
adventure.
now.
Let's go.
Now I'm just waiting for like the hamster fan club to just start raining money down.
As they do.
In fact,
Gotta
he is
protect
immune
boy.
to all damage and status conditions, especially death.
Oh. So from what I was hearing, May was pushing for visiting the library, it sounded like.
He's holding up a fine, like a little piece of paper that says, "You owe me for 2 books, Clark."
What? Preposterous! You always return your books on time. Your punctuality is one of the things I like most about you.
Well, he's kind of a weenie. Okay, so it's actually Erd throwing the books, right? The one where you heard that crack. He said that the books are getting damaged, and that's not really happening. So I mean, maybe she's pulling. Are you pulling those out of the library? Why don't you just use the one I made for you? Oh my God.
Good.
Okay.
We can find Bruce
Yes,
and
I
kill him.
called your name. What?
Kill Bruce!
Who's Bruce?
I hurl myself through the door.
But what about this Bruce guy? What?
Think
Or
he thinks
for
May
narrative-
looks confused and just follows.
Or for
I mean,
flavor,
I'm
I'm gonna
equally
spend.
confused, so.
I'm gonna spend 2.
So what was the fine for? I mean, it makes sense that I'm just saying a name, but I thought that's who the
It was
note is
Clerk.
from.
No, it was Clerk Clark.
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 I
Yeah.
stick my head through the
Well,
hole
it's
in
actually
the door
cleric.
that I just made.
Clark.
I mean Clark.
So,
Okay. Yeah. It's a long walk of a pun. I should have known.
I didn't choose the
I
name.
mean
I just like
Clark,
to
and then
explain
I
that.
leave.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna spend 2 inventory points, pull out an elemental shard, fire elemental. It's gonna glow in my hand red, and I'm just gonna turn to May and say, "Let's roast this weenie."
You can't bring that into the library. There are books there.
I'm just going to use it on the man.
But what if he flails about? He flails.
Fire is
got a
magic,
paper cut-
so it works in different ways than real fire.
Not sure about that. You know what? I'll go with it. Don't kill him though, because then I have to take his job, and I don't want it.
So I will tell you that I'm not making you spend the points just to show off that the fire elemental shard, because that's just mean.
It's double the points actually.
No, not that
Triple?
mean. I mean,
Oh my lord!
I think
until people start throwing in the 25 to start giving you all ultimate weapons, I'm not going to be that mean.
let's imagine the two of you are talking back and forth on this rug, and Hans reaches down on the rug and just gently starts pulling it behind him as he walks into the room.
Oh. So, again, just to confirm, you're going for the library, right?
Yep.
Is that what
Yes.
you were referencing? Because library books,
Yes.
and yes, I get it, library and NPC.
You are correct.
It's always the library.
And Clark.
Alright, so, the library is almost what you would expect. It is a large space filled with dusty books, even dustier tables, and like everything else in this place, lots of pipes leading all around. And one thing that is always strange that you've been noticing is you don't find very many open flames for your lights. There are other things providing light. You know, little glass orbs just hanging on walls that are lighting things up, probably better than most torches or other flames.
Cool.
Could be useful.
It's that ambient light I've heard so much about.
Let's see, where was my note for this one? Alrighty. So, as you're going through the library... Ha, here we are. Sorry, I had to find it in my notes. Yes, I did expect this. Alright, because we are looking at a space, I'm assuming that May wants to do some sort of investigation.
Yeah, she's actually calling out for Clark. Clark,
So is this going to be...
how dare you give me another bill? Show me the damaged book.
You know what? Have May give me a insight plus insight roll. This one's going to be open-ended, which is a nod to your one ability as a lore master.
Okay.
And is anyone else doing anything in the library while May is looking about, yelling for this guy named Clark?
Yeah, I look for the forbidden no entry section.
Oh boy, that's
Anything
gonna
the most like foreboding, locks, doors, upside down
You know
black crucifixes, chanting quiet Latin. You know the vibe.
Yeah, I do know the vibe. Give me that two insight roll. So insight
I
plus
would love
insight.
to.
What
You
is an
bet.
open roll, by the way?
So open rolls do not have a set difficulty.
Okay.
So
I wasn't sure
you
if like I
don't have
kept rolling or something like that.
Oh yeah, no. Basically, it's a Open rolls are a nod to the study action that you can take in combat,
Okay.
in which, depending on how well you roll, depends on what sort of information you're going to be collecting.
Okay, makes sense.
Lower numbers.
I roll a
not so much.
9.
Okay, so you have a 9. And May pulled off a what?
16.
And that is
Woo!
with your bonuses from.
That is with
Okay.
bonus.
Okay, wanted to make sure you don't forget about that bonus because,
It's
those things are
important.
useful. Yes. And was anybody else doing anything else?
I start pushing bookcases like from the end, making sure they don't topple over. I'm moving them out of the way to prepare a battleground. I'm just slowly at one end of the bookcase pushing it. So
Okay. So you're hearing lots of, wood and metal and, other materials groan.
yes.
And is Rain doing anything among all this?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find any research notes about the Magitech weapon that this kingdom is building.
Okay. So at this rate, honestly, because of how well Kaylee rolled, there is no point in having you all make rolls. Because a 16 is the highest possible result for the study roll. So, here's what I will be giving you here. Kaylee.
Yeah.
Where was his character sheet? So, first off, I'm going to give you a couple notes on this guy. I'm going to give you 2 of his traits.
Okay.
Because traits can be used against your opponents, obviously. 2 of Clark's traits are Dark Soul and the Gnawing Darkness. And you can thank Gil for that part, because Gil has found a lot of writing on the walls, literally.
Hey, guys!
In fact, almost every flat surface that you're finding, Hans is noticing on the edge of bookshelves that he's shoving around. Gil is finding it on walls and even on pipes. You noticed it on the table that has piles of books haphazardly thrown around. Any surface that he's been able to write on, he's been writing. And it's been all over the place, especially about this thing that he's calling the Gnawing Darkness.
Okay.
Sounds lovely.
It's his hair product. He dyes his hair so it's black and spiky. He thinks it makes him look like really hot. Okay, it kind of does. It works with his eyes, but that's neither here nor there.
No, it's everywhere. Look.
Well, okay, that is a handprint of hair dye. Okay, there's a footprint.
Are you
There's
sure
He
another-
made a turkey with his fingers. Look.
Wait a minute. Is that a hair dye angel on the ground?
I should say so.
Or is it upside down?
Oh,
yep,
no, it's
you're-
upside down. It's an evil one.
Oh, I'm standing at the wrong end. That's my fault. I'm sorry, guys.
Only one wing. Can't ever count the wings right.
Clark, get out here!
Clark,
And,
you're hot. Clark, get out here.
He's not supposed to know that part. Stop saying the
You're
quiet part
hot,
out loud.
Clark.
And she's like trying to bat at your hands as you keep yelling.
One of the many hands.
Yeah.
She
And,
takes the rock from earlier and rolls it past him in the hopes of distracting him.
I mean, that is rock abuse.
It's rockabilly. You're a rockabully.
God. Anyway, Kaylee, one other thing that May has found is in some of these scribbles, he's talking about a ritual, and he needs to be at the highest point in order to make it work.
I say, is this why they caused the castle to fly?
Wait a minute.
Just as our plan was perfect for.
Wait, that means their ultimate weapon is predicated on them being high up in the sky. And Clark, you said I was crazy that Clark was mean to me. Well, look what he's doing. Look at this.
He can fly twice
Don't
as
take
high.
that tone with me. Ugh. Butterfly in the sky. Well, okay, we gotta
This
find
line-
him. Look for the hair dye tracks.
This line here
for
actually
the
would
hair
make
dry
really
tracks.
good song lyrics. I'm just gonna jot that down really quick.
Oh, that's a filthy haiku.
Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute
Absolute horror. I can wait.
No.
Don't say it out
No.
loud. Don't say it out loud. You'll summon the Ulrich. If the Ulrich appears, we're all doomed.
Oh no!
You'll know if he's here because you'll hear the term Napsterbad.
Oh no! The large Ulrich.
The large Ulrich, yes. Please, let's just keep going. Let's keep going. We gotta get up. We gotta get all the way to the top.
Okay, I put on my jet boots and I fly us to the top. Wait, I don't have those. We walk.
So we fall to our death. Thanks. We respawn.
Hey,
We
dude, we
respawn
did it
back
again.
in the library. Thank you for playing, everybody.
You lose 2 HP, you flash for a second.
Oh,
Oops.
hang on. I'd like to. Is there a save point around here somewhere?
Well, much
Do you
like
wish to save before you continue?
much
Yes.
like before, new plan from the dungeon. We have to go up.
Wait, is that a green one or a blue one? Because the green ones fully heal us when we touch it.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We're already fully healed.
What's
Yes,
this
but
one
I
looks
need
like
to know.
a spinning key.
I'm hitting quick save. Let's just keep going.
Okay.
I'm emulating. I can save anywhere.
What? That's illegal.
Not anymore! And I crash through a wall and leave. And
Wall hack
the
noob.
next scene.
This isn't a certain franchise game where you can clip through everything. Okay.
I hold a plate up against the wall and no clip all the way up to the top of the tower.
Yes, we're gonna no clip to the boss fight, please.
So instead of no clipping, you are going to clip your way up the tower.
I think May actually tries to also clip through the wall, but she bumps her head. And it's like, ow, and then starts walking. And since we're all playing multiplayer one screen, they can't get so far away from me, so they keep rubber banding back.
You're just like
I
getting
do find the
dragged
secret
along.
passage, which is like off camera though. Like there's a bit of the wall that's not quite there, and that takes us there faster.
Hans doesn't even do the clipping.
roll
He
for
just
that.
literally
I-
walks through the wall.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
it? You know, there is a thing where you
destroying
spend a
the
Fabula
wall,
point, and you get to alter the story. So I'm just saying, like that exists in the game.
That's
as a
true.
Mechanic.
No
That's
clip,
true.
no clip.
But do you really want to waste it on a no clip?
Wait,
It's a one shot.
I mean, we are still early in the game, so
True.
you only got so many of those things.
Fine, I'll
Fine.
take the stairs. Ugh.
So one eternity later, you have made it to the top of the stairs.
Ah.
Those are really long stairs.
Yeah. And as you've been, climbing your way up the stairs, you see your windows at certain intervals, and yeah, you're really high up there. In fact, there are certain times where you aren't even able to see the ground anymore because it looks like you're finally clearing the clouds.
Wow, I haven't been this high since visiting
Hey,
Lawrence's dorm in college.
Tell him
Oh, you were at Unseen
we're
University?
E-rated.
Unseen University's way up high in the clouds. I get that.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was translation
It was
error.
soda. We were drinking soda pop.
And braiding each other's hair,
Yes.
Absolutely.
as we do as adventurers
Mm-hmm.
and college students.
It was just a face.
I'm just like,
And
that's
speaking
why
of
you never
faces-
invited me. I don't have hair.
Yeah, they
Or
edited
college.
they edited it so bubbles just came out of the pipe.
That's right.
And speaking of phases, you followed your trail of hair dye up the stairs to the large wooden door that has plenty of writing all over it, way too many sigils. You know, you're getting the sinking feeling that Clark might be an edgelord.
Tyson.
Oh no. Terrible when that happens. I listen for the
Well-
scream of "Get good, noob."
No,
Okay, he's
I
not
knew
anywhere
something was
nearby.
in cells here.
you don't hear get.
The cells were empty, but I knew they weren't.
John, I'm done. I can't. I can't.
It's
Okay,
all good.
great.
I'm
All right, see ya. Wait, down.
Anyway. It was so bad.
Hans,
Are-
you seem rather durable. You should open the door.
I burst through the door.
Oh,
Like
okay.
cannonball through the door.
Rocks first.
All right, so he rocks his way through the door. And where?
Like a
was
hurricane.
that? And
Gil, where are you?
here we go. So, all right, you're at the top floor. You've opened the door, and you finally, when you go in there, you realize two things. One, there's not a lot of light in here.
Here I am.
The light that you are seeing is from a bunch of candles, all dispersed throughout the floor,
I kicked
and
him
you
over.
can barely see the various shapes and text that he's written as he sits in the middle over a book. Looks like he's quietly chanting. Spiky
Great. I
black
kick
hair.
over the candles and burn all his books.
Oh boy.
That won't
I just
work.
start
Remember,
kicking these
fire doesn't work
bastards
like
over.
that.
Oh, only magic fire.
No.
This is regular mundane fire. What are you doing?
Oh no! Oh, not again! Not like in the dorm!
Anyway. So you're seriously like running in there trying to knock over
Yeah,
some of the candles.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So you've run in, you've kicked the candle. No, not the candle! Not the doctrinal points!
I kick over all the candles onto all the books.
You're beginning to kick candles.
What the books ever do to you?
Oh
Is anyone
yeah.
else doing anything while the candle kicking is beginning?
May is going to walk around to the candle
in.
right in front of Clark, look him dead in the eyes, and light the damage fee on one of the candles, and then just drop it on the floor. They're not
No,
damaged.
how? What damage?
You sent me this. I did not damage books.
I got more important things to do.
Then why did you send
And I keep
this?
damaging the books.
I didn't.
Erd, what?
Oh.
No. Oh. Okay. So, guys, I'm sorry. That wasn't an actual bill from him. That was it was a divine way of basically saying somebody's doing something evil. You're going to be in the right place at the right time to stop them. She can't just tell me that he's doing things that's evil. We got to discover it for ourselves. Yes. No. She says it's called a cheat code. I don't know what that means.
It's called a long walk, and I keep kicking candles.
I start feeling on the wall near the door for a light switch.
Do you press it?
Switch.
No, you're not able to find the light switch. In fact, if anything, the wall's kind of like sticky.
Ew.
It's like, what is this black stuff? Did he get his hair dye on the wall?
Yes, he did. 100%.
I'm gonna smell it and make sure it's hair dye.
It might be hair dye. Might be ink.
Could be ink.
Could be both.
Could be both.
Hair ink.
So if you're not here to complain, get out. I got work to do.
Wait,
No,
no, you're still doing something evil. Cut it out.
I'm evil.
Well, why are you doing it here?
Where else am I gonna do it?
Well, I mean, I know about the Dark Seal, Clark. Erd told me.
And
Could I roll something to burn all of his books?
not yet.
Okay.
And if you don't stop doing this craziness, my friend there with the rock is going to have to kick over all your candles.
Rocks!
So you're gonna burn my library.
This isn't
Because-
your library. Your library is back at the convent, where you have spent the last 16 years in complete and utter isolation, not touching another human being. I don't know why you would come up here and be all crazy. Stop it.
Yeah, he's just like you. You said not touch another human being. He just like extends a finger, and you realize there's probably some hair dye on there.
Oh no, then May like pulls out a little book and slaps it. That's forbidden.
Doesn't have to be.
Yes, it does. I don't care how how busy you are or how dark your soul has become. It doesn't make you any more attractive.
So you're not gonna let me summon something.
Burn
No.
all his books.
What are you trying to summon?
I burn them all.
Like I've been hungry. So I'm gonna summon it so I stop being hungry.
Well, if you're hungry, we can have lunch, right, guys? Right, guys?
Yeah, sure.
Not
lunch,
having-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I no commitments. I don't know if I could commit to dinner.
How about
I would
lunch?
love to
How
move
about a
this thing
brunch?
forward, please.
Brunch. That's. I like to sleep in on Sunday.
Well, that's why it's not breakfast. It's brunch. We can have brunch at 1 in the afternoon. There'll be mimosas.
Okay.
Turns
I,
page.
I'm,
Well,
per- I'm perfectly
you
okay
working
with
with the
Gil at this point smacking him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was
I
that?
don't want to smack him. I wanted one thing, and I've been patiently waiting
I'm
to do that one
perfectly
thing.
okay with Gil
Wanna
setting
burn
everything on fire.
Thank you.
So, Gil wants to burn books. May is finally okay with the burning of books.
Oh no, Kaylee is. May is not. Let's just put it that way.
Well, all right. And John, you were trying to say something, or?
Well, Hans is just gonna be like, "Are you working with the general?"
Yes, she's in her gym. She won't let me there, but, you know.
Well, at this point, yeah.
As the fire's starting.
So,
So, this hunger of yours, is it tied to the gnawing darkness that you've been scrawling about all throughout the castle?
That one.
How burny are those books right now?
They're starting to smolder. Stop!
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think it would be better if we didn't let him do that. I propose.
Wow, if only there was something we could do about it.
Well, I propose that, you're burning the books. That's a good first start. I think we should just beat him up.
I'm trying, but very little is happening.
I get into a combat pose.
Well, I mean, books are like spelled to resist fire. Oh, what's that music? And May drops into combat pose.
Yes, we start attacking the books.
All right. Who's taking point on the initiative roll?
I think the person first into combat should do it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
but
So you or
Me,
Mega Man?
I dropped into position. Let's do
Yep.
it.
All right, everybody, give me that wonderful initiative roll.
It's Dex Insight, right?
Yep.
Can I critically
Snake
succeed?
Eyes.
Can I critically succeed on initiative?
Unless you are the lead, no.